Hello and welcome back to the channel. We're in episode 2 of our Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. We're hopefully finally gonna unlock the Giant Barbarian subclass. I think we'll get to it. We should get to level 3 by the end of this episode. We did just get off the Nautiloid, picked up Shadowheart. I'm gonna loot everything on this beach. The fish, obviously, the most important things. We definitely need them. We're going to, I think, avoid the brain fight. I love this book, without the bitch queen. I like it. I don't know why they call her that, but I'll take it. Yeah, we're gonna go up here, get the chest, pick up all the companions, get a little bit of XP, and get a bigger party before we take on the little brain things. I'm blanking on what they're called. Because they can be a really unforgiving fight, especially honor mode. First thing out of the gate, it pays to have more targets for them to hit. Less likely they kill our entire party. And it's also nice to get the ranged from Gale and Asterion before taking them on, because they can kind of hang back and just pelt them. Speaking of Gale, let's grab him. Mr. Oh, I'm so good at magic, but still gets himself stuck in a waypoint. Silly. She's like, ooh, shiny. Touch the shiny. She's like, oh, the shiny hurt me. Angry. He's just like, hand, please. After playing other games and coming back to this, you forget how good the voice acting is in this game. It's so clear, you know? Oh, we just barely passed that. That's why I always take the guidance, even when it's something like, I know I could pass this. Just take the guidance if you have it. Come on, Gale. Come on.
Hello, I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies, usually better at this.
Yeah, we'll be kind.
Shocked, but friend, it's a relief and a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking.
I feel like he uses too many big words for the barbarian. We'll just do a simple yes.
End of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region.
You just go on. I usually go with option number 2 there, but I think that's a little too big words. We're gonna play her kind of stupid. She just hits things. Her job is smack things with big axe.
You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance,
yeah, that doesn't sound pleasant. Do I look like a clerk, do you?
Surgeon.
Do I look very clerky?
Adroit with a knitting needle.
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most.
I guess she is a clerk.
Most, no doubt.
Cleric.
I find myself hoping to be in the presence of
I feel like it depends on what fantasy or world you're in. They get pronounced different. Barbarian. Yeah, no, I hit things.
Established few enough can.
I hit things really hard.
We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together?
Yeah, you're welcome to join me.
Most excellent. Parasite shared is a parasite.
I don't know if it quite works that way, because we each have a parasite that we're trying to deal with.
But before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered a man,
if you have 2 parasites, you get a
bring me out
hole.
of that stone. It's an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have a feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
I do like Gale. I think he's one of my favorite characters. Ooh, level up. I think we can pick the subclass in Wizard 2. Yes, specialization available. Awesome. I don't know if I'm going to go Bladesinger with him. Because everyone on the team right now is going to be melee. I don't think we need another melee, but I still want to look at it. Light armor, performance. Yeah, we saw all this in the description. I do like the longsword proficiency. That's nice. Be interesting with Palarav. Okay, so what is this? Armor class, movement, advantage in acrobatics, constitution saving throws is really good. Blade Song Climax. Okay, we'll have to figure out what that does. I'm not too familiar with that. And then just your typical spells. Okay. Again, we don't need another melee character. And he has no dex or strength. Apparently blade singing is really strong with the Shadow Blade. But Shadow Blade uses your strength. Which is that summonable blade. And he has 0 strength. It's 8. He gets a negative. I guess we'll just go basic evocation for him. We need someone who's strong ranged. Though I would like to go Arcane Archer on Lae'zel. We need magic, you know. It's just too strong. Yeah, we'll keep this. Definitely want Long Strider. Some kind of armor for you. Thunderwave? I do use Thunderwave a lot, so we'll grab that. It's just nice if... because the mages typically don't have really good AC, so they tend to get surrounded, and so it's nice to kind of throw everyone away. Hello, Mind Flare. Evil Mind Flare.
You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion.
She's like, wait, love you? No. We're barbarian. We're supposed to be angry.
Hate, and you deserve to be punished.
Oh, she looks so confused.
You should be whipped, made to bow before this creature in shame. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to...
I don't want to love it. Barbarian's supposed to be hateful. Well, not. Just angry. I'm not even going to try the intelligence throw. I think I set it to 8 if I remember correctly. Yes, close those eyes. Barbarian hit things. What do you have? Nothing great. I'll take the healing potion though. Let's go grab a Asterion.
Hurry. I've got one of those brain things caught. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
Yeah. Hit things. I can hit things, I suppose. It's what I do. It's the only thing I'm good at. Why did he's like, hey, one of those brain things is over there, and you're like, yeah, let me just go walk over there without any weapons drawn. Whoop. She was like, well, that was a good looking boar. I could have eaten that. Of course, we failed the perception check.
Not if you want to keep that darling neck of yours. And you, keep your distance. No need for this to get messy.
I need her alive. Stow that blade, or I'll show you just how messy things can get.
Promises, promises. But I have other business, I'm afraid. No. I saw you on the ship. Didn't I? Not?
We hit things, so let's just, headbutt you. I feel like that's in character. She's like, I came here to hit things, I'll hit you. Nice. That's a high roll. 14.
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy.
I'm happy we passed that. I never pass that. I usually just let him strangle me on the ground.
The fear.
What was that? What's going on?
Yeah, Fear Light. Didn't realize how much they foreshadow him being a vampire.
Of course. That explains things.
Yes, we have worms.
And
I don't know if I'd call them
I
worms,
was
but
ready to decorate the ground with your
that was a very
innocence.
disgusting worm.
Apologies.
I don't know if I'd call them tadpoles either. Yeah,
Indeed, we
mostly
are.
glad to see you're all caught up now.
Please, allow me to introduce myself. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
Yeah, I guess we'll be from Baldur's Gate. Why not?
Is that so?
They kind of pinhole you into that anyway.
So, do you know anything about these worms?
I guess that makes sense. It's really the only place the mind flayers grabbed people.
Turn us into...
We didn't turn the person into a mind flayer, but I think Lae'zel mentioned that they turn us.
I was ready to go this alone, but maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And you seem like...
Yeah, always good to stick with the crowd.
All right. I accept. Lead on.
Well, level up. I'm pretty sure Rogue's level 3, where we get the specialization. Yeah, but we still get the dash disengage. I am excited to try out Swashbuckler. It seems like a lot of fun. Alright, let's get going. We'll loot everything down here, and then...
Wicked little beasts.
we'll bring you up here and try to just snipe somebody. Can we... No, we cannot hit that with the firebolt. You things are going to be in the way. Let's just regular shoot. Nice, he's almost dead. And we'll dash you, I guess, over here, just so you're a little closer and can actually hit things. Shadow Heart. What can you do? You're not going to be able to reach anyone. So let's just, let's do this. Because I'm pretty sure that gives them disadvantage on attacking us. So it'll be good to kind of have that a little bit. And let's heal you. That little added protection. Of course, they're just going to aim for Asterion because he's ahead. No, he's already at half health. Oh, and he can't bite anyone yet because we don't know. I always forget that. Let's, ice you. I mean, I think this is going to kill you, but it'll still be nice to have some difficult terrain. Yeah, you can't do much else. Let's come up here and let's throw something. I don't know if it's really worth raging here. I think I'm going to save the last rage charge for, the fight outside the gates. Anything else I can do? No? Yeah, that's fine. There's only 2 of them left. And only one of us is half dead. Okay, maybe 2 of us are half dead. Get you. Oh, of course we missed. Let's heal up a bit. And put you back here, where you're more protected. Oh crap, I forgot to move Shadowheart up. I should have moved her up any last turn. Oh well. What else can you do? I guess we'll firebolt something. I don't think you can actually reach anything. Well, let's move you up anyway. We'll dash you up front so that way things target you because you're pretty tanky. And we'll heal up Tav. They're still very determined to hit Asterion, aren't they? Let's... Can I hit one of you through? Yeah, there is a gap here where we can kind of get through. I think we're going to need to reposition, though. Maybe here? Yes. I think we'd be able to hit this one at the back. Let's just jump up here. Boink. Yeah, let's hit both of you. It should kill one. There you go. And the other one's mostly dead. We can't do anything else here. But Asterion should be able to get a sneak attack in on them. And he has the bonus action dash, which is awesome. Gives us so much more movement. It really does. Nice. I do really like rogues. They're usually my go-to class. I just looted everything back there. Don't worry, I didn't miss any of the chests or anything. We'll grab this and then swing around the other way. Look, Gale. That's where you got stuck. And we'll grab Lae'zel. I am tempted to go do Withers, but I think we're going to get into the druid settlement first, sell off a bunch of stuff, and then, you know, refill our pockets over there.
Yellow as a toad, twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous.
Toad seems a little offensive.
Goblins to kill.
I know I was calling her Frog Lady last episode, but that's much more endearing than the toad. Or as ugly as a toad. It's a little rude.
Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them.
This is tough because we have no speech. And the barbarian option is, hey, we're gonna kill you. Let's try the deception. Definitely gonna need the guidance. Yeah, and that's the only buff we have. 12. Awesome. 15. Wow, we rolled a 4 on the guidance. That's rare. I feel like 90% of the time you just get +1 from it. We don't need to ask about the blast. I'm pretty sure the blast is just the ship crash. No, let's not be rude. Let's just, yeah, sure, whatever. We'll get you down. Asterion, if you'd like to do the honors, let's actually firebolt. I think it's usually first time. When I try to shoot it, it's usually 2 times I have to shoot it.
All your senses.
I guess it makes sense, it's wood. It would be weak to fire.
The more it consumes. My
Not that it seems to do extra damage, but...
I must find a creche. You will join me. Careful. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take it.
Anti-frog propaganda. She's very anti-frog. Yeah, I need you in the party. If you could replace, I think, Shadowheart, because she's pretty much out of stuff. I think she only has 1 spell slot left.
Our victory is most
And
certain.
once she's out of spell slots, she's kind of useless to us.
Creche can live.
Oh, Gale actually approves. I guess that makes sense. He would approve of any opportunity to get the tadpole out.
Soru has seen Gethyanki.
The horned ones.
We will ask this Soru where he has seen my kin.
Okay, Lae'zel, we'll go find Zoru, but first,
Waiting.
you need to level up for the incoming fight. We just get our action surge, nothing really to pick here. Still, I'll definitely take an action surge. A lot of the like top tier builds actually just do 2 levels into fighter for the action surge. Alright. I grabbed the shovel and I dug up that. I wonder if sneaking will let us get closer. I decided to take the lower route. This it gets us closer to the horde of goblins, and I feel like going up top, then it's an issue of getting everyone back down, which takes a whole turn, whereas this I can just, you know, quickly get Asterion up there. Pretty easy.
Where is the druid?
Ah, yes. The warg.
9 hells! Open the gates!
Oh no. This whole thing is a mess. Like, really thinking about it, they both kind of fucked up here.
Damnable roach!
Zoru, instead of being like,
Provoke the blade!
oh, Will,
Suffering.
with his intro. Zoru, instead of being like, yeah, let's open the gate, he questions it. Yells at him. And then him, instead of being like upfront about it, being like, hey, there's goblins behind us, he just makes demands. Like, he's a little bit of an arrogant leader. And he refuses to admit that, well, I think by the end of the game, he kind of realizes that his arrogance kind of costs the lives of his people, but... Alright, let's move Asterion up. See who we can't sneak attack. I think it's going to be this guy. Yeah, we can't get the bugbear. Well, let's do the ward. Of course, we missed. Well, let's heal him because he's still hurting a little, and then that's all we can do. Get our rally going. Nice. Alright, one's down. Let's jump up here with Lae'zel. I guess we'll smack you once. Not quite dead. We'll action surge. And instead of smacking you again, let's actually throw you. Use you as a weapon. There we go. Perfect. Leave her up there for now. Will. Moved into attack range to then move back out of attack range. Oh no. I hate poisoned. It's my least favorite condition. I'd rather be blinded. Oh my god. That was a crit. And we're poisoned, so we're gonna have disadvantage on our attack rolls, I think. What do I do here? I know this is the most... Well, I'm pretty sure this is the most damaging. Yeah, it is. We're gonna... Yeah, no, that's probably not a good idea. Let's just... use grease, I guess. Make their life living hell for a minute. That's for poisoning me. That's awesome. He, fell over. Give us advantage. Let's see about taking you down. I should probably rage because I'm going to keep forgetting to do that. That's kind of my main mechanic. I probably should remember to be doing that. Nice. One hit. We like to see it. And let's come down here. Hopefully he'll target us because I think our AC is lower than Asterion's. Well, let's stand really close so I could throw a healing potion. Or you can throw a healing potion. I did not know they would target us with those. That's awesome, actually. Oh, another miss. Everyone's just missing. Except for the bad guys. Well, you actually hit. Granted, the warg does have so much HP. At least she didn't die, I guess. Yeah, another miss, of course. We can sneak attack him. Let's see how much this does. Damn. Okay, that was pretty solid. He's laying down, so we don't need to disengage. You're, of course, too heavy to shove further into the grease. Let's just, I guess, move over here and maybe... Let's dash and put ourselves right next to this guy. He's only ranged, so he's going to try to hit us and miss. Lae'zel. Yeah, 5 HP is worth it. And then kill you. Nice hit. And we'll end our turn here. What was the point in that? You didn't hit anything. Oh, Will. This is why if you don't intervene, Will dies. Oh, nice. Poison's gone. We can actually... Let's go right into that chromatic orb with the big damage. Nice. Damn, we only hit this guy twice. And he's almost dead. He's one of the tankier ones. I think we're doing pretty damn good. For honor mode, get rid of him. And let's jump our way across this. I think we can get away with here. Yeah. And we'll put ourselves next to the ward for next turn. Asterion's almost dead. But again, I think that will be fine. Nice. We kill you? I don't know if we can sneak attack you now. I think that's once we unlock Swashbuckler. Let's heal you up. Oop. Went too far one way. Yeah, there we go. Nice XP. I'm shocked the goblins give so much XP compared to everything else. I guess that makes sense. It's kind of your main level up. If you would just at the very least only do the main quest, it gets you to a high enough level to be able to tackle Act 2. Not very easily. Nice. Damn, that was a crit. Alright, let's try to murder the warg. Not bad. I can't wait until we get our second attack. Let's just shove you because I feel like it. Did she kick him? Oh god, that was a lot of damage. Nice. One more goblin? Yeah. Just the one goblin left. Sneak attack? Too far? Let's just dash down here and sneak attack then. Yeah, perfect. Only 50. Nice. Nice hit, Asterion. I feel like he's pretty consistent about not missing things. Unlike someone with black hair. I looted all the goblins. I figured I'd just cut that out because that's pretty boring to watch. I did not equip the gloves of power to anyone though.
We was running for our lives.
I should.
You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too. Unbelievable.
Yeah, you're both kind of in the wrong. Wow, I'm so pale. Compared to these two, I'm very pale. Alright, what are we doing? Yeah, I feel like she would hear druid and just fixate on that word.
Whole place is crawling with gobbos. He trusted you. Nobody forced him to go with us. He insisted. And when things got tough, he couldn't keep up. Simple as that. My God, you're a coward.
I know that looks bad on you, Zevlor, but to be fair, the druid was very insistent that he was going with them. Like, he has free will, you know? I feel like I wouldn't intervene. I feel like she'd be like, oh, you want to punch him? Go right ahead. She recognized the look of anger.
Should have done that a long time ago. Arrogant prick let out for me.
Arrogant? I think you're projecting there a little bit, dude.
People out cold.
I'll just let him speak.
Coming back to this hovel was a mistake no amount of gold can put right. I'd rather face another round of goblins than stay in this pit.
I mean, he was being a bit of an idiot, but I don't think arrogant's the correct word there. Let's go save the girl. Because, this guy is, yeah. I think you have to do this pretty early on. If you don't come up here, like, as one of the first few things, she's dead. You know, let's put Gale up here so he's a little bit of an advantage. And let's Ray of Frost, because it halves their movement. Nice hit. Because then she's going to run up behind Gale. And then he will ignore us and run right after her. He's like on a mission to kill her half the time. Oh, I can't quite reach. We'll just... Here's an axe to the face. I don't think raging is worth it here. We'll just skip our bonus turn. No point running up and throwing another axe in his face. 50%. Nice. Alright, he's already on half HP. End of round 1. And she's up behind Gale. I don't know if Gale's quite the best person to hide behind. Why wouldn't she start running down the hill towards people? Instead, she's like, let me corner myself up on this rock. You know? We'll Ray of Frost you to keep your movement down. And you're probably dead here. Yes, nice hit. Yeah, give me everything. I want all of it. We'll heal up a bit. Even though my health's still not great, we could just drink a healing potion.
Never been much of a fighter, so wrestling a bugbear would have gone.
No, I can tell. And you literally just cornered yourself instead of running towards everyone else for help. You're like, let me go up on this rock and corner myself.
The devil mistress sent you to get her soul coin back. Too bad.
I feel like we'd be pretty straight up and honest with her about, like, just coming from Avernus, so we're gonna go with that.
Explain why you reek of the hells.
Oh no. Oh, Barbarian. Yeah. Shiny? Give me shiny. Nice. Oh, crap. The other one was a 1. That would have been bad. Good thing we had the advantage. I think all the Barbarian options give you advantage.
Fine. Take it as a grudging payment for the rescue. Now leave me in peace.
As a grudging payment. Yeah. What even is the shiny thing I demanded from you? Because I apparently don't know.
I hope it brings you better luck than it has me.
Well, it'll bring me good luck because Karlak can use it. Alright, I'm gonna come down here and grab this chest, but I'm gonna call it, let's end it here. Because I think this video is gonna be a little longer than the previous one. I'm hoping to keep them under 40 minutes. But I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.